myself.
Looks too good for reading. I'm the one you're meeting. Oh, and what you're looking for. Feast your eyes.
Can you dance? Well, show me how. Show me you can moo like a cow, like moo, moo, moo like a cow. Jump like a frog. Roll your shoulders. Wiggle your knees. Clap your hands. Stomp your feet. And that's how we dance to the beat. Go!
It's the game. You play the fool. Make a new starting place.
Look at this. Delicious.
Looks fresh.
I want my
Star for my star.
If it makes you feel any better, I always think large groups of people are a cult gathering to murder me, apocalypse or not.
What if instead of a cult gathering, it was just like a Comedy Central roast?
She was so full of things to say. She needed 5 mediums to say them. She was drawing, she was painting, she was writing songs, she was writing plays, she was writing poetry. You would just turn over sort of any surface in her house and there would be 25 drawings. It was always sort of around her.
Die Muse ist gekommen zu ihr 11, 12, 1 sagen bei Nacht und sie hat gestorben dämmelt. Und sag mal, hat sie gebinnen, sei gezeichnet, ein Bild, sei ein Lied auf ein Seite.
Die Wörter sind sehr persönlich. Ich meine, eine Sache von die Lieder beschreiben sehr klar und sehr verständlich persönliche Überlebungen und Emotionen. Ja, es ist nicht, dass öffentliche politische Lied oder etwas, was beschreibt tagtäglichen Geschehnissen. Es ist künstlich.
When he got the idea for Kleskamp, I was one of the first ones he ever told about it. He wanted to make a seminar out of the thing to teach young, aspiring Jewish musicians how to play the style. That caught me right away. I was the first clarinet teacher in Kleskamp in 1985. These were American kids. It seemed to me that much of what they were doing sounded like a caricature of the music. It didn't have the flavor of the real thing. But I learned, to my dismay, people wanted a caricature. They didn't want the real flavor. The real flavor was too old-fashioned for them.
Sort of shift the balance of who always gets to speak out.
Yeah, definitely.
And who gets, feeling like, well, my story's not really important.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I know what you're doing with the archives is about, trying to fill in the gaps or, get a whole range of stories, and I really appreciate that.
I'm here in front of Northampton City Hall, built in the earliest beta version of Minecraft. It's difficult to breathe through the cannabis secondhand smoke, but I'm making it work. We're here, not on Pleasant Street for Pleasant on the Street, where we ask you the most pleasant questions.
Nothing here is ever what it seems. Truth is stranger than a dream. When you see the heart sing like a kirk no opening. Soon it's coming to it.
In the same forest where Baba Yaga lived, 2 sisters were walking, far from home.
They were afraid. Well, one of them was anyway. Rika, I saw something! Tanya, that's an owl. Oh. A monster! That's a bush.
Go on, step back in. And push.
Locked. Loading team, step away. Gatekeeper.
Joffrey, raise the gates. Block the opening. Don't let it get out.
And we are live. Welcome, everybody. Welcome from the screening audience to the Q&A portion of Focus Locus Presents. You just watched Paper String Revolt. And I am now joined by co-directors of Paper String Revolt, Jean Mnuchin, who is also the director of World and Eye Center, and Beth Fairservice, director of Musen Theater, who are the two collaborators plus Northampton Open Media on what you just watched. Say hello, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Liz.
Yes, thank you.
Having us on the show.
Yes, I'm very excited to, we have a lot to talk about, so let's jump in.
So it's available every year for anybody that wants to book it. And we had 3 or 4 performances lined up for Easter of 2020. And you can imagine how that went with everything shutting down mid-March. So people canceled one by one, and we were considering getting together to film it. And like that next day that we were considering doing that, the entire country went on lockdown.
I don't know. I feel strong that if you look deep into the lyrics of the song, you're going to get a story, and throw that story down and see what happens with it.
Once more.
8, 7, 6, 2, 5, 40, 7, 1. 8, 7, 6, 2, 5, 4, 0, 7, 1.
Plague Bride, oh you beautiful Plague Bride. Nobody will ever see the woman you are inside. A woman is never so alone as she is on her wedding day, and you without even a father to give you away. Alone with a husband you barely know. Where will you go? Where will you go? Thinking of the uncertain days ahead, your eyes fill already with tears that you'll shed.
No, they're not.
Pardon?
My eyes are not filled with tears. My lips are not trembling.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Your lips will tremble and your soul will contort. In earth and in heaven, there's blood in the court, already awaiting the headstone and spade. Before you were born, all your choices were made.
Graveyards are a place of profound love. I think I'd be lonely here.
I'm not asking you to stay with me.
Did we just doom all our neighbors to die?
Maybe you did. I had nothing to do with the decision.
Oh my God.
Do you really think it would have made a difference?
I don't know. Isn't that why they did this? They picked the 2 most disposable charity cases they could find.
Like we're all just chasing the high of pretending that something good is going to happen.
Well, yeah, and I mean, this is all we can talk about GameStop again because GameStop was up like 189 earlier this week. I was like, another short squeeze? Are we doing this again, dude? For real? And apparently, there's a dude who lives in South Shore, Massachusetts, who made like more than $15 million on both of the short squeezes. So we
That's
have
incredible.
shout out to Massachusetts.
The way that food traveled from Africa through the Middle Passage and how enslaved Americans really influence almost all of the food that we have here that's traditionally American. So that's really what I've done a lot of my research on in the last 10 years. And, you know, I see my purpose as really trying to spread that knowledge. And when I had the opportunity to work with Marvel on this book, I wanted to make sure that all of the recipes really celebrate the African diaspora and all of the ways that it is spread across the world.
Time for a visual clue.
Oh.
A feast for the Eugen. Please provide the surnames of these people. These Yiddish theatrical artists based in New York City are pictured here on a tour of the Soviet Union in the early 1930s. There are 2 surnames here.
Oh.
Yes, I think.
Ozzy was first.
I think it was Ozzy. I think I heard that. Da-da-da-da-ba-dum.
Let me try.
Yeah.
Modern Cutler.
Very good, Modern Cutler. This is the Yiddish puppet theater collective Modicut, named for Maud and Cutler.
But until that day